Hey, welcome. You know that feeling, right? That little nagging sense that someone or something is missing. We spend so much of our lives looking for love, almost like it's this treasure we have to go out and find. But today, we're going to dig into a pretty radical idea.
What if the search itself is the actual problem? It's kind of like trying to catch your own shadow. The faster you run after it, the faster it runs away from you. And look, this isn't just some philosophical thing to think about. It's right at the heart of why so many of us feel so stuck.
I think most of us know this feeling all too well, being on that endless, and let's be honest, often painful search for the one. And yeah, it feels super personal, but it's actually a cultural script we've all kind of been handed.
I mean, think about it. From the moment we're old enough to understand stories, we're sold this idea. All the movies, the songs, they all tell us we're basically incomplete, like we're one piece of a puzzle, just waiting for someone else to come along and make us whole. It's a really devastating idea when you think about it, because it sets us up for a lifetime of feeling like we're just not enough on our own.
This just captures the energy of the search so perfectly. When you believe you're incomplete, you're always coming from a place of lack. You're basically walking around with this invisible sign that says, I need something outside of me to fix me. And that creates this quiet desperation that ironically can push away the very connection we're looking for.
And this is the real cost. The heartbreak isn't just about being lonely. It's that constant grinding belief that your worth is conditional, that it all depends on someone else choosing you. That belief right there is the source of so much pain.
So, when we're operating from that place of fear, that desperation, what kind of relationships do we end up in? Well, we often fall for what you could call the illusion of half-love.
On one hand, you have this rushed love. It's driven by the fear of being alone, and it confuses all that intensity with real intimacy. It feels urgent because all it's really looking for is relief from loneliness. But real love, that's born from a place of calm. It's patient. It's built on presence and trust. And it's looking for an alignment of two whole souls, not two halves trying to complete each other.
This is why we end up accepting fragments, little crumbs of affection. Inconsistent texts, sporadic effort, conditional attention. It's just a shadow of love. And it confuses the heart way more than it ever comforts it, leaving us in this constant state of what if and I don't know.
Okay, but here's where the whole thing flips. There is a turning point, this huge realization that stops the desperate search, and for the first time allows real love to actually begin.
This is it. This is the big idea. Love isn't some treasure you have to hunt for. It's not something you get or earn or even lose. It's your natural state. It's what you already are underneath all the wanting and the worrying. When you stop trying so hard to get it, you realize you've been swimming in it the whole time.
And this is the breakthrough moment. That restless ache we all feel, it turns out it's not for another person. It's the feeling of being homesick for yourself. The search doesn't end when you find someone. It ends when you finally come home to your own heart.
So, if we stop searching, what does authentic love even look like? Well, it's not about the drama or the intensity. It's built on something much, much quieter and a whole lot more stable. The sources lay out these beautiful pillars. It all starts with presence. And I don't just mean being in the same room. I mean offering your full, undivided attention. Then there's reciprocity. That feeling of a balanced, shared movement toward each other. It's about creating emotional safety, a space where you can just be human, not a hero. And finally, clarity, the kind of love that feels like understanding, not like a puzzle you're constantly trying to solve. Let's just zoom in on emotional safety for a second, because this one is so important. This is the feeling that you can actually show your hidden parts, your fears, your goofy side, your imperfections, and you won't lose respect or connection. It's the ability to finally put down the armor. And honestly, it's the foundation for any real intimacy.
And that's the whole essence of it right there. Real love is organic, it's grounded, it's whole. It's not about two broken people trying to fix each other. It's about two whole people who choose to share their journey, growing right alongside one another.
So what happens when you actually make this shift? How does your life really transform when you move from trying to get love to simply being love? Well, the changes are pretty profound. First, solitude stops feeling lonely and actually becomes sacred. You genuinely learn to love your own company. Second, relationships start to feel more like play. You're sharing from a place of abundance, not trying to fill a void. And third, and this might be the most important one, peace becomes your new standard. You just naturally start choosing calm over chaos.
The result of all this is a huge shift in your entire way of being. You're not living from a place of fear or scarcity anymore. You're living from wholeness and from peace. You stop chasing happiness because you realize you're already embodying it.
So, we're left with this final question to think about. If the love you've been so desperately searching for is actually your own natural state, well, the only thing left to ask is, how will you finally stop pretending you don't have it?